Ooh, yo, I need one of those hats real quick.
Oh, the Palapalooza hat? Yeah.
Yeah,
If you
hey,
perform at Palapalooza, you get one automatically.
that's it. All right, all right.
You are listening to the Palestine in America podcast with your host, editor-in-chief, Nader Ihmoud. Today, I am joined by Palestinian singer, songwriter, Zach Matari. How you doing, Zach? Thanks for joining me.
What's up? What's up? Assalamu alaikum.
Salam. So, tell people a little bit about yourself. You're based in Jersey, but tell people about for Palestinian people who read Palestine in America who might not know who you are. Tell them a little bit about yourself, please.
Yeah, all right. So, Palestinian American from New Jersey, singer, songwriter, musician, former, whatever you want to call it. And, I'm just trying to make the world a better place one song at a time. You know how it is.
Wonderful. So during quarantine right now, what have you been doing? What have you been working on? How's that been going for you?
Quarantine. So, it's funny you asked this. So, TikTok has been up there right
Yeah,
along
I
with
see
me.
you on TikTok. Yeah, you've been blowing up on TikTok.
Oh, dude, TikTok's been keeping us busy. Oh, for sure. We just hit over the 100K mark, so we're like so excited. And I say we because it's a whole family effort now.
Yeah. I can see that when I've been watching your TikToks. They're hilarious. I love it. I love the
Yeah,
family aspect of it too.
yeah, man, it's just a fun thing. We started just for fun, and yeah, it kind of took on a life of its own. But besides that, obviously the music, coming out with some new stuff soon, inshallah. So I'm really excited for that, and just trying to learn pick up some new crafts and pick up some new, I guess, some skills. Like
What have you been working on?
random things. Like what rolling.
Oh, that's
I'm
legit.
like trying to perfect the McLuba, you know what I mean, like classic stuff. And I honestly been writing in a journal recently, trying to better myself in every way I can, and just trying to stay sane in this craziness, right?
Yeah, it's definitely weird, but it's funny that you say this because during quarantine, like my wife, she's a good cook, but during
Mhm.
quarantine, she like perfected her makluba. She made me warak dawali for the first time in her life because she never made it before, and it was fire.
Yeah.
It was great, and I'm like, at least some positive came out of it. Um, but speaking of your new music, I mean, how do you go about planning it? Do you even think about the marketing aspect of it before releasing the music, or is it just whatever comes naturally, and then you're like, man, I really like the song and I really want to share it with the world? Tell us about how that process goes for
Was
you.
that there's no marketing strategy when you're writing it and you're
Right.
getting inspired, and we usually start with the chords and then it comes into melodies, and then I always find that the best songs come from like my subconscious, so it's like whatever I'm like subconsciously thinking or feeling, and it just kind of like the words kind of come out, like I kind of equate it to, like, and it's funny, it's like some people equate it to like giving birth, but like sometimes it's just, this is kind of like weird, but like it's like I throw it up, you know what I mean, like it just comes out, and like,
Yeah.
and I can't explain it, but when it happens, it's like relieving, it's like a therapy, it's very therapeutic to just be able to get your stuff out, and some people express themselves in so many different ways, and I guess mine's just lyrics and melodies
Yeah.
and
I mean,
music.
I really dig the way you do it because I mean, I don't remember exactly when I stumbled across your music, but I just remember going, wow, like this guy's super soulful and I can get down with this. Like, when I'm in my feelings and I'm in a Drake mood, but I don't want to listen to Drake.
No, I appreciate
You
that,
know what I
man. Yeah,
mean?
to be on a playlist with Drake, that'd be, I appreciate that, man.
Oh yeah, you're definitely. I call it my Drake drama playlist because like I don't know if you ever heard of the band Drama, but their producer's Palestinian, but they're really good, but they're really like sad. Like their music is poppy, like dancey, but it's like the lyrics
Mhm.
are super sad. So it's like super Drakey. But you're on
All
that
right, I
playlist.
gotta check him out, man. All right, hell yeah.
Yeah, you definitely got your Drama. They're like one of my favorite bands out there. Like the singer, she's her Via Rosa. Her voice is beautiful. So
Where they from?
they're based out of Chicago. Via, I think she's from like all over. Like she was in Austin but
Oh,
she's based in Chicago now. But
okay.
his name is Nader, and he was our first music edition cover.
Nice.
and
Okay.
he's a really cool guy. You should check him out. His music.
Yeah,
He's
man.
produced
Hey,
people like, I mean, he's done work with like Kanye and people like that.
wow. Mashallah. I love hearing, you know,
No, and that's why we do things like these interviews, because I want people to get to know, Palestinians like yourself who are making great music, making great art, so that they can enjoy it. Like there's a lot of times where I'm enjoying art and I'm like, man, I wish my people are making this, and find out they are, and I've just been sleeping on them. So alhamdulillah for that. Alhamdulillah for finally waking up. So do you want to tell us about any new music coming out? Any teasers for what's to come? Is there
Yeah,
like, are you working
actually,
on an EP or just a single or?
yes, we have like a little project coming out. So we have this one song that I'm really excited about. It's gonna be the next release, and it's I guess I could tell you about it. Give you a little exclusive.
I mean,
No one knows it's coming, but it's like a real fusion between like the Arabic stuff and like music that I grew up with, and R&B music I grew up with, and I've been trying to find like that perfect marriage of the two, because like we have as like Palestinian Americans, we have like this double identity,
yeah,
and
yeah.
and so like for me, I just wanted to put both of those into a song, and I don't think we really spent like so much time trying to figure out how we're gonna do this.
Yeah.
It's not like like how are we gonna mix like Depche with like like
R&B.
smooth R&B stuff. And you're gonna hear it, bro. Actually, I've been meaning to send it to you. I gotta send you
Oh,
that little preview.
you got me, so I could jam out to it in my whip as I drive to work tomorrow.
Yeah, man. I'm really excited, and yeah, it's something different. And I think people, and I'm just trying to give people an anthem to listen to. Something
Yeah,
that people can be like, damn, he's saying everything I'm feeling. And
right.
it's because I'm feeling it. So if I'm feeling it, someone else got to
Else
be
has to be
feeling it.
feeling
Yeah,
it too. Yep.
exactly.
Who are your R&B like people that you are inspired from, or who taking stuff from, or maybe just I'm just
Yeah, yeah.
we're
No,
talking right now, but who inspires you in the R&B game,
of
past
course.
and present, I guess.
I mean, for me, I've always loved I'm kind of like an old soul, so I always loved like the greats like Stevie Wonder, Marvin Gaye, Michael Jackson, Ray Charles. But I also like grew up with a lot of like rock music as well. So like um, Zeppelin, Jimi Hendrix, like a lot of these like 60s, 70s rock bands and stuff like that. And um, and so I had like a really well balanced growing up. I had like a crazy balance of like R&B music, disco music, rock, R&B music. I'm also part Brazilian, so had that culture in
Oh,
there as
okay.
well. So I've been really blessed to have been exposed to so many amazing artists, and for me, it's just kind of like paying homage to those people that inspired me.
So would you say to people that are gonna, like, after this interview, go check out your catalog? Are they gonna hear those kind of sounds in your music from all those different people that you kind of just mentioned?
Yeah, for sure. I think now more than ever, I'm really kind of, I guess, accepting, like really accepting all these cultural influences that I grew up with, and kind of putting it out. Like at one point it was, as you're an artist, any artist, and I'm sure you probably experienced this even with your writing. You know what I mean? Like you evolve. Like you're not the same person. You're not writing the same pieces you were writing 5 years ago, 3 years ago, or even a year ago. So like for me, as I become, uh, you know, as I keep growing up, like you realize all these amazing influences, and you just want to, I want to expose people that have never listened to Arabic music to that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I want to do it in a palatable way for people to be like, damn, that's so cool. And then I'd be like, yeah, well, you got to listen to Kulthum, you got to listen to
Right.
Fairuz, like, you got to listen to Omar Diab, like, and like put them on, So,
A thousand percent.
I'm not reinventing the wheel. I'm just, adding colors into things
Putting
that
your little
everyone.
spices on it. I
Yeah,
feel.
exactly.
I love that.
Yeah.
Uh, I remember we were on the phone the other day. Well, that was just, was it yesterday, or I don't even know. Just the other day.
Yeah.
You were, and what really struck home to me was how you mentioned that your parents were super supportive of, what you've been doing and what you've been working on. So, I mean,
Yeah.
can you speak, I mean, I'm sure there's thousands of Palestinians out there that like they have a dream. I mean, even my dream of going into journalism, my
Yeah.
dad said the famous words, "Shu bidak fi hashagla," you know. Um, he wanted me to do something more lucrative because he was thinking about my financial stability in the future. He was right to worry about it, but you know what I'm saying. So, can you speak on that?
Yeah, I mean, no, I'm definitely very blessed. I know that, especially in the like Arab or Palestinian community, when you tell your parents you want to be a musician, you want to be a, they don't get the same. Not everyone gets the reaction that I got, and I guess I was, because I grew up with it. My father's actually a really good singer, and he would never admit it, but that's how I really learned. And my mom's a great dancer, and like I was just inspired by all this, these arts, but like it was never in a professional way, but it was more of like in a way of expression, like my dad singing in the car, my mom dancing to, whatever it may be. And so I guess it was just kind of a natural thing for me to, be interested in the arts. And so when I was like, hey, I want to do this, they were, of course they were like, okay, let's see how it goes, but I mean, right from the start, they were extremely supportive and still like my number one fans, and always, willing to help me in any way that I need. And, you know, uh, offering like, hey, you should throw some tabla in there. You should throw, you know what I mean? Like, or like, hey, like offering melodies, and I'm truly, truly grateful for,
It'd be,
their
it'd
support.
it'd be cool to hear your dad on one of your tracks one of these days.
Hey,
Just
actually, it's funny. I'd actually do like sneak in like my family in there every once in a while. So I have a song called Dançando, which is like, the Brazilian side of me,
yeah,
and it's like a samba like R&B song. And in the chants, he's actually doing the chants with me in the song. And then,
nice.
and then like in I have a song called "Don't You Let Me Go," and that was like the first thing that I released. That was kind of like a marriage between like Arabic music and English, American music. And my grandmother's she's doing the zagruta like she's doing the zagruta in the, like in between like you gotta hear it. It's really something else. But like, people just think it's like, oh, they just grab that sound from,
Somewhere, but it's
whatever, but that's my grandma. Like I have her in the booth. So, like any way I can get my family involved, it's, I'm truly, truly blessed,
That's
and I
awesome.
recognize that.
That's awesome. I mean, the cool thing is now. I mean, my dad at first said "Shubadak Shagla," and then when I told him about my magazine,
Yeah.
he was like, "And you're not gonna make any money off of this? What?" Like, but now he tells all his friends, "Bahru al Majalla, look at the magazine." And so,
Yeah. Hey,
sometimes
I'm
they come
sure,
around. Sometimes they come
I'm
around.
sure he's so proud, man. I mean, the fact that you have a Palestinian American magazine, I mean, that's just what a great concept, dude. And I mean, you only want to spread positivity and hope within our community, and I like to do the same thing. So I
I'm
like
glad that
that.
we were able to connect on this.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's it. We're a growing community in the arts and the,
Yeah.
entertainment world. So
Yeah, I mean we did have before, I mean even still now, we have that back home, you know, but we just weren't prevalent here. Like people weren't really looking at us. And I love looking around and then seeing people like you and others who are just exploding and people are showing y'all love and then come to find out you guys are Palestinian and it's just like, it's a very amazing moment to be alive right now in the US, to see what we're doing.
alhamdulillah,
Um,
yeah.
but even though with all this good that's happening, there's still like, I mean, so much negativity around in our world right now. Obviously, with
Yeah.
Palestine and the occupation, and then even here in the U.S. with police brutality and the hundreds of years of racism.
Of
Uh,
course.
does any of that stuff make its way into your music?
Oh, for sure. That's what this next song is coming out about. That's, the whole idea of the song. And I guess I'll tell you what it's called. I mean, I use the easiest Arabic word, so I could kind of, um, one, be a voice for our own community, but two, have like again, present in a palatable way for people that aren't Arab to like be like, oh, I could say that word. You know what I mean? So like, the song's called Yalla, which is, the most basic Arabic word you can throw out there
Yeah,
behind Habibi. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
Um, but the idea behind the word was like, okay, means let's go, right? So the idea, what I kind of, made this song about was the idea that yellow is like a word, like a beacon of hope. You know what I mean? Like whatever struggles you're going through, just yellow, get through it. You know what I mean? And the idea of this song is, um, fighting oppression and fighting stereotypes. And uh, the idea is like, you have all this negativity coming to you, and the chorus of the song is yalla yalla yalla, you fire, I never fall, I'm a rising tide, I'll rise against it all. Yalla yalla, I'm a rising tide, don't let the olive branch fall. So like the idea of it is like, again, like get through it. You know what I mean? Whatever you're gonna throw at me, whatever you're gonna fire at me, I'm gonna rise above it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And keeping it peaceful. It's kind of like the Arafat saying, where like, I keep it peaceful, but you know, don't let the olive
Yeah,
branch fall.
right, right, right. Nice,
And
nice reference.
yeah. So like that was the whole idea of it. It's just like, you know, again, beacon of hope, and trying to uplift everybody, and it goes into a whole very uplifting mood. But you'll hear it, man. Actually, I really wanted to send it to you before this.
Man, I was actually disappointed the other day when it didn't put it in my inbox. I was like, damn, he never sent it.
No, we've been like so like swamped with how we're gonna release this thing.
Yeah.
It's just been like release, really, like I haven't been doing anything else but trying to figure out
Right,
the right way to
no,
release it.
no hard feelings, my dude. Whenever you
Hey, I'm
send
gonna
it,
send it to you right after this. All right.
All right.
Wait, I feel like I gotta send it like right now. Actually.
Yeah, in the middle of the interview, because I don't believe you. As a journalist, I gotta.
All right, look, hold up. I'm gonna do this right now. I gotta find out where this is. Give me 1 second.
Oh man.
I'm literally sending it to you right now. All right, so
Fantastic.
I'm a man of my word. I'm gonna, if my phone stops acting up, so
Yeah.
we've been on TikTok, right? So
Yeah.
like we've been doing some extreme TikTok. So if you could tell, this is like
Yes. Wow.
my phone's done, bro.
Dude.
It's shot. That's the price of getting
Yeah, getting 100,000 followers.
get some clout on TikTok.
Hey man, I heard some people are making decent money on TikTok.
Hey, we're all trying to grind out here. Wait, hold up. I'm gonna literally respond to your Zoom call message, and I'm going to reply to this. Reply all, and I'm pasting it right here. Let's say so now. Nader, okay. I'll say for your ears only. No iPhone speakers. Okay. Look, ready? Wait.
I'm gonna get.
Oh, right there.
There we go. Oh, wow. Exclusive.
Sent.
I need
there you go.
I need the air horns.
All right.
I need the horns. I need the funk flex horns right now. Oh, there goes notification on my phone. Oh, so just a few more questions for you before I let you go. But we were talking about evolving a little bit earlier, and right now, who knows when the next live concert is going to be? I mean, how often did you perform live? How was it performing live? And what would it be? What would our world without live performances be like?
It'd be a dull world. I mean, it is right now. Isn't it kind of dull?
Yeah.
We can't go anywhere. We can't,
I can't believe my last concert was last November.
Like, that's crazy. I had a show right before everything happened. It was March 15th. I'll never forget it. And it was this thing called So Far Sounds. And they do like pop-up secret shows in the city. And it was like the first one I was on. Like I've been dying to do one of them. And it was like, I reached out to the guy. I was like, hey, like, is this still going on? Like, I heard this virus is pretty serious. You know what I mean? He's like, yeah, man, why not? I'm like, okay, cool. So we did it. And then like literally that next day, they were like, state of emergency, lockdown, shut down the city. They shut down, Jersey. Like it was serious. But
yeah, you missed the hot zone around that time.
Oh my God, yeah. And to get back to your question about evolving, like, I mean, for me, like live shows are everything. That's how I fell in love with, you know, like the whole process. You know, like I love performing my songs live and getting a live reaction. You know, like there's nothing like it, man. It's like, you know, I don't. It's like a high. You know, I don't do drugs. I don't do anything else. Like, but this is my high. You know what I mean? Like I need to be on stage,
Yeah.
and so for me, that's like, man, a world without it is just, you know, it's a dull world, man. It really is.
I like. I'm glad. Like one of my last shows was I got to see Lupe, and he performed. Was it Food and Liquor? No, or was it The Cool? One of his albums, front to back. Like
Ah,
I love all his albums, but he
yeah,
performed. I think it was Food and Liquor, and it was amazing. But I mean, I'm glad that was my last show. But I love concerts, and
he's a man.
but didn't you just right before that? Didn't you had just announced a tour too, right?
Yes.
That was sad. I'm sorry about that, but
Yeah, man. You know, we're gonna go cross country, and it was gonna be really like a really cool thing we are doing. And to places that like I haven't been to like in, you know, a while, like years. And you know, we're gonna go from West Coast all the way to like start in LA to Arizona to Texas to um, New Orleans, Nashville, Florida. Like we're going throughout the whole
I was,
thing.
I was gonna have you at Chicago in August for Palapalooza.
That'd have been amazing, man. Inshallah, you know, inshallah that'll come back soon.
Inshallah,
But
inshallah, 2021.
yeah, man. And we did like a little virtual concert, and that was cool. So like we
Yeah,
did like little,
that's
we
awesome.
set up like little virtual thing. Actually, we did one for Chicago, so we're gonna be doing it again. You know, obviously we haven't been doing a lot of. I haven't been doing a lot of like things on social media. You know, due to everything that's been going on, I don't want to
Yeah,
take away. I don't want my voice to take away from like, you know, the things that are more important. You know, in this world, like, you know, Black Lives Matter movement and and this systemic racism, and I really want people to, you know, I'll repost things and I'll, you know, do my best, you know, show up at rallies and protests, but I don't want to be like, hey, check out my single, because that's not important
yeah, right
compared to
now.
everything
Yeah, of
happening now,
course.
you know.
Yeah,
So
I totally feel that too. Yeah, even with like just running a magazine, you're like, how much of this, you know what I mean? Like this Q&A with Zach Matari, is it? Maybe we can hold off on a couple weeks before we.
you know,
Say
we're talking about positivity though, and you know,
yeah, 100%. No,
we're
like I
trying
meant,
to do our,
especially like right in the midst of everything too. It was like, okay, hold off on publishing everything right now because
yeah,
right now these little puff pieces that we're publishing, they can wait. You know,
yeah,
other voices need to be amplified. So I agree with that. That's
yeah.
very. And I guess we could leave it here. Can you tell people where they can? Well, actually, no. I don't want to leave it there. One last corny question from me. You looking into everything that you've done, you've accomplished a lot. But what out of all the accomplishments that you've achieved so far, what would you say is made you the most proudest of yourself?
Ooh, that's a good question. Um, that's a good question. I think what's made me the most proud is, I won't say one exact moment, but I'll say like something that really makes me proud is that like when I write something and then somebody's like, wow, that really, actually I'll say there's actually a song released called All the Wrong Places,
I love that
and
song.
the song is all about it's all about basically finding love within yourself, and you know the idea of like, you know, you're looking for love in all these wrong places, and it's not like these physical places, but it's, you know, the idea of like, you know, looking for love in somebody else, you know, when like you really need to love yourself before somebody can love you. And that's the idea of the song. And I got a message from somebody, and they were just like I cried when I heard this, and like I felt like you were talking to me, like I felt like you were talking literally to me, and I was just like, you know, that was like such a moment. You know, I've had other songs like that where people have said things, but I guess the one that sticks out to me right now is like,
Yeah.
when I got that message, I was just like, wow, this is why I do it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I do it because you know,
Yeah.
he gave me the power, you know what I mean? And I'm just
Yeah.
trying to push
Well,
out what he's given me.
well,
And
that's yeah. I was actually even going to mention that when we were talking about your parents. I'm like, I'm sure it was hard for them to even want to suppress what you were doing when they heard your voice. They're like, yeah, no, he's pretty good. I don't think we should stop him from doing anything. Like if you suck, they were probably like, look, son, you
yeah.
should probably be a
Yeah,
doctor.
maybe that had something to do with it, but yeah, no, like I truly believe that like we're all, you know, we're all given. Everyone has their own talent and their own gift that was given to them by, you know,
Yeah,
all those talents. So like, you know, it's my duty to like do this, and like I need to do this not only for myself as a therapeutic way, but you know, somebody that needs to hear these words, you
yeah,
know. So,
100%.
and you know, inshallah, like, I keep inspiring people to, you know, whatever, you know, whatever may be opening up to somebody, or, you know, getting something out, getting something off their chest, you know, like just feeling better about themselves. Like that's like,
Yeah,
again, that is like one of the most proudest moments I've ever
that's awesome. It's not that's cool to hear that it's not the 100,000 followers on TikTok. It's
had.
not all the
Yeah,
listens on Spotify. It's that
yeah,
humble
that's
one
not
moment.
half as fulfilling. Oh my
But
gosh.
those moments, those moments that you're connecting with your fans and people that are connecting and vibing with you, are
Yeah.
really dope. So, how can people listen to your music? Uh, how can they follow your journey? How can they support you?
Yeah. I mean, I guess how they can support me is just, you know, if you like what you hear, spread it to somebody else. Come to a concert, you know, when we have concerts. But, you know, everyone can find me on every platform you can hear music: Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, Instagram, now TikTok.
Yeah. And so all your social medias are Zach with a CH.
Yep, Zach, and then my last name Matari. Yeah.
Awesome.
Some say Zach Matari, Zach Matari. My full name is Zakaria Matari, but you know someone, I didn't change it, but somebody changed it to, you know, Zach Matari. So
Yeah, somebody just shortened it to Zach for you.
what's up? My name is Zach Matari, and you're listening to Palestine